Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
First down throw for Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play fake. Cousins.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give here to Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On third down, it's Pollard. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is Derrick Henry. Xavier Howard, the all-pro corner, up to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action. Now Rodgers. Open man completes it to Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and 9.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Pollard.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now Cousins.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 2nd down at 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into to this deficit, you can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
122 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Run for Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Check down here for Henry.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. The point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. To throw is Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Pollard, and he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run with Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On second down, it's Pollard.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Pollard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The play fake. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Henry running right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On second down, Pollard, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints,